The current controversy involving artist and entrepreneur Jay Park entered public discourse in a sudden and diffuse manner, characteristic of the modern digital age. Unlike a single press release or news report, the situation emerged in early March 2024 through a convergence of a television broadcast and a rapid surge of online community posts. The initial triggering moment is widely traced to a segment on the popular Mnet music show M Countdown on March 7. During the broadcast, host Lee Hyri made a brief, seemingly ad-libbed comment to Jay Park, who was a special MC that day, asking him not to go viral or cause a stir. While the comment was delivered in a lighthearted tone and was followed by laughter on stage, it was immediately seized upon by online communities as a cryptic reference to simmering rumors. This moment acted as a catalyst, directing widespread public attention to Korean online forums, particularly the Koo and Nate Pan, where anonymous claims had begun to circulate. In the hours and days immediately following the M Countdown broadcast, these previously contained forum discussions escalated into a mainstream talking point. The nature of the online accusations was multifaceted, but primarily coalesced around unverified narratives concerning Jay Park's personal conduct and his business relationships. Specific detailed claims were made by anonymous posters, alleging various forms of inappropriate behavior. It is critical to note that these allegations were presented without verifiable evidence, such as photographs, videos, or corroborating testimonies from named individuals. They existed solely as text-based posts on forums known for both grassroots information sharing and the rapid spread of unsubstantiated rumors. Concurrently, another strand of discussion focused on his professional dealings, revisiting the sales of his labels AOMG and H1GHR Music to BPM Entertainment and More Vision to Hybe, with some posters injecting speculative narratives about the reasons behind these transactions. The online conversation became a blend of new anonymous allegations, recycled criticisms, and intense speculation about the host's comment on Mnet. The first official response came not from Jay Park himself, but from one of the organizations associated with him. On March 11, 2024, the agency representing the DJ and producer duo Groovy Room, who are signed under Jay Park's former label H1GHR Music, issued a statement. This statement confirmed that Groovy Room had filed a police report against anonymous online posters for defamation. The agency clarified that the malicious posts targeted not only Groovy Room, but also someone else, a clear indirect reference to Jay Park. They stated the posts contained false information and threatened strong legal action. This move was significant as it represented a formal legal counter to the online rumor mill, shifting the issue from the court of public opinion to the realm of law enforcement. It also signaled a coordinated strategy to address the situation through legal means rather than solely through public relations. Jay Park's direct personal response followed the next day on March 12. He utilized his personal Instagram account to post a lengthy statement in both Korean and English. In this statement, he directly acknowledged the recent rumors and malicious posts. He firmly denied all allegations regarding his personal conduct, stating they were absolutely false and fabricated. He addressed the business criticism separately, explaining his decisions to sell his labels as strategic moves for their growth and longevity, expressing pride in building companies that could sustain themselves beyond his direct involvement. However, the most consequential part of his statement was the legal announcement. Jay Park confirmed he had personally filed a criminal complaint with the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency's Cyber Investigation Unit against the creators and spreaders of the malicious posts. He cited violations of the Information and Communications Network Act, specifically criminal defamation and the spread of false information. His statement outlined an intent to pursue legal consequences without settlement or leniency. The public and industry reaction to these developments was polarized and vigorous. On social media platforms like Twitter and Instagram, a significant portion of his fans, known as Jays, mobilized under hashtags supporting him, praising his decisive legal action and condemning the spread of unverified rumors. They pointed to his history of weathering controversies and his contributions to the Korean hip-hop scene as reasons to dismiss the allegations. Conversely, on forums like the Koo and in the comments sections of news articles, skepticism remained high. Some netizens questioned the timing and efficacy of legal threats, arguing that such actions are common but rarely deter anonymous online culture. Others continued to dissect his past statements and business dealings, maintaining that the rumors contained plausible elements. Entertainment news media reported on the situation with a generally cautious tone, focusing on the factual developments of the legal filings and official statements, while also documenting the scale of the online debate. Industry insiders quoted anonymous anonymously in some reports, noted that the speed and severity of the legal response were notably aggressive, potentially setting a new precedent for how public figures handle similar waves of anonymous accusations. To fully comprehend the gravity and complexity of this event, certain contextual aspects of the Korean entertainment industry and Jay Park's unique position within it are necessary. Firstly, Jay Park's career trajectory is itself a context. His departure from the idol group 2PM in 2009 following the fallout from old MySpace posts is a well-documented part of his history. That experience established a public narrative of him being a figure who faced and overcame a massive career-threatening controversy. Subsequently, his successful rebuild as an independent artist and label founder created a reputation for resilience and business acumen. This history is relevant because it shapes how both supporters and detractors view the current allegations. For some, it's a pattern of being targeted, while for others, it raises recurring questions. Secondly, the nature of online fan culture and rumor propagation in Korea is a critical backdrop. Platforms like Taku and Natepan hold significant influence in shaping public perception of celebrities. They function as spaces for fan community building, but also for the unchecked spread of rumors, often under the shield of anonymity. The legal statutes Jay Park invoked, particularly criminal defamation laws in South Korea, are powerful tools in this environment, as truth is not always a complete defense if a statement is deemed to have harmed public interests. Furthermore, the business context of his label sales adds another layer. The sales of AOMG, H1GHR Music, and More Vision to larger conglomerates between 2022 and 2024 were major, publicly reported business transactions. In the standard corporate narrative, such sales are framed as successful exits or strategic partnerships that provide resources for the label's artists. However, within the passionate ecosystem of K-pop and hip-hop fandom, business decisions are often subjected to moral and artistic scrutiny. Some factions view selling to a major agency as selling out or losing independent credibility. This existing undercurrent of debate provided fertile ground for the injection of more sinister, unverified speculation about the motivations behind these sales, which then became entangled with the personal allegations in the March 2024 rumor wave. In the weeks following the police reports, the situation entered a less public but legally active phase. Official updates from law enforcement are typically slow and not publicly disclosed in detail during an ongoing investigation. News outlets reported that the Cyber Investigation Unit had formally received the complaints and begun the process of identifying the anonymous posters, a technically challenging endeavor that can involve tracing IP addresses and platform cooperation. During this period, Jay Park continued his scheduled professional activities, including performances and social media updates, projecting a business-as-usual demeanor. This period of legal process is often where public interest wanes, awaiting a definitive outcome that may take months or even years. However, the controversy had already catalyzed a broader discussion about accountability, anonymity, and the power dynamics between celebrities and online communities. The incident also reignited discussion about previous, smaller-scale controversies involving Jay Park. Past incidents, such as a 2021 dispute over lyrics another artist claimed were copied, or the 2022 live stream comment about TS Entertainment, were recirculated and woven into a broader narrative by some commentators. This pattern of retrospective reevaluation is common in such scandals, where the latest event becomes a lens through which a public figure's entire history is scrutinized and reinterpreted. The current situation, therefore, is not an isolated event, but a node in a longer, complex timeline of public perception, where each controversy informs the reaction to the next. As of the latest available reports, the legal complaints filed by Jay Park and Groovy Room remain under police investigation. No public arrests or indictments have been announced. The allegations made in the online forums remain unproven in any legal or journalistic sense. The situation presents a clear dichotomy. On one side, a series of serious but anonymous and unsubstantiated online accusations. On the other, a forceful denial and an active pursuit of legal recourse by the accused. The outcome now hinges on the findings of a cyber investigation, a process opaque to the public. For observers, the case underscores several enduring features of contemporary celebrity culture: the explosive speed of rumor propagation online, the evolving use of legal strategies to combat cyber defamation, and the complex interplay between an artist's past, their business decisions, and their present-day reputation. The story is ongoing, suspended between the court of law and the court of public opinion, with its final chapter yet to be written.